Hey guys, I want to talk about therapy regarding parental estrangement from my side to the opposite. So, long story short, 15, 16 years ago, my oldest daughter kind of moved out like a thief in the night. She did so during the day. Come home, her laptop was gone, walked in her room was virtually empty, and I thought, where did she go? And then I called my youngest, who was still there, and I said, your sister's gone? And she said, what? And I said, yeah. And she said, oh my gosh. And come to find out, the youngest had helped her move out. So that's basically long story short of that one. And then, given the fact my youngest was still at home, I'm walking on eggshells because God forbid the second one leaves too. But I said to my therapist at the time, I stated that my youngest and I weren't getting along. We had had a couple of road bumps, and I said I can't even walk in my house because I don't even feel like I'm at home anymore. It's like walking through a landmine. I never know when she's going to go off on me or disrespect me or have an issue with me or talk about me on. Then it was my space, and I said it's really bad, and I think she's got to go. I really need her to go stay with her dad because I'm miserable and it's not cohesive for us. And my therapist at the time said, well, if you ask her to leave, she probably won't ever talk to you again. And I had to make the tough decision to do it anyways, not knowing what was going to happen. And lo and behold, that's exactly the direction she took. She left. She moved to California for a while, came back, stayed with my mom, went to move in with a friend, eventually met her guy, got engaged, got married, pregnant, etc., has 4 kids, and still 15 years later, it's nothing. I've sat across from her at the bedside of my grandmother when my grandmother was passing away, and she didn't even make eye contact with me. So the whole therapy thing is nothing new, and they still don't know what to do. So I'm just letting you know, it's not easy. But I think you have to do in your heart what you feel is right to do at the time. And none of us who are dealing with this situation really know what to do. And therapists that are at a loss too, because you sit in front of a therapist and say, well, I'm being abused. They're going to say, well, you shouldn't be with that person. Well, let's get you help, and let's take the proper steps so that you don't have to be in that situation anymore. So they're hearing one side of the story. So I'm just letting you know that's my experience. I can't live in a household that's filled with hate, anger, uncertainty. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't live in fear. And that's the most embarrassing thing to say as a parent, that you're afraid of your son or daughter. And I wasn't even afraid of my daughter physically because she would have never put her hands on me. But emotionally and mentally, yeah, because I didn't know when she was going to strike out. It's like a king cobra. It spit their venom at you, and you're like, what the hell just happened? And you never know when they're going to be happy or sad. And there was no mental health disorders going on. It's just one of those things. So anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.